Hello everyone, I'm Stephen Gross. This is Steve G Fishing, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to build a shrimp slash bait bucket. So what we're going to start out with for materials is you're going to start out with 2 paint buckets, 2 paint lids. You're going to need a noodle, 1/4 inch piece of rope, a paint stir stick, 3/8 PVC pipe. Let's get started. What you're going to do is very important on your bucket that your bucket looks like this, where it has that shape here on the bucket. The reason for that shape is when you put the buckets together, it doesn't stick. It allows the buckets to separate. That's an important part. Then you're going to take your rope and you're going to put a knot there. You're going to run it through. You're going to take your CPVC. You're going to cut you a 4-inch or 4.5 inch, whatever you feel comfortable with. We'll go with 4.5, and then run the rope through it. Put the rope in on the other side, then tie a knot. What I usually do is I'll take that rope and I'll make it about 2.5 feet. That way I got plenty of room. You can shorten it on however length you would like to have it. Next, you're going to take your second bucket and you're going to take your 11/64 drill bit and you're going to put 40 holes all across the bucket, as you see right here. Then on the bottom part of the bucket, you're going to take your drill bit and you're going to put 20 holes all the way around. Then that little circle part right here, you're going to put 5 holes right there. Then you're going to take 5-ounce weights. You're going to get 3 of the 5-ounce diamond weights. You're going to take a piece of string and you're going to tie them through your weights like that. That's 5-ounce diamond weights because you're going to need that weight. Then you're going to run your piece of rope like I have right here. Run it through. Once again, run it through a 4-inch piece of CPVC. Run your rope through. Tie it right there. You're good. Now, let's go to the lids. Remember what I said? You're going to take the other part of the lid. You have 2 lids. One lid's going to be used for scrap. The other one's going to use to build the lid part. So, you're going to take 6-inch piece of noodle and you're going to take a 3/8 inch hole and you're going to tie a piece of rope there. You're going to go all the way across 6 inches. Put your hole in there, run the rope through, and tie it onto the noodle so you see the noodle snug like that. Then you're going to take your stir stick, the paint stick, and you're going to cut 7 inches off. You're going to put some super glue, run the super glue across the bottom of the bucket and glue it. You're going to take 3/8 inch hardware. You're going to use a 1/2 inch bolt, stainless steel washers, stainless steel lock nuts. And you're going to put that through and you're going to take a 5-inch piece of the plastic. You're going to cut off that lid and you're going to stretch that across like you see right like that. And then you're going to take this plastic, push it together, cause a little bit of a bridge, not much, that way that this piece here slides into the piece like that. Okay? Now, once you've got that built, you're going to take another piece that's probably about an inch, inch and a quarter. We'll go inch and a quarter. And you're going to have that to be, let's see what I marked in here, 5 inches. That's going to be 5 inches long on that. Okay? You're going to sand this part here. Very important that you sand this tip here, because this tip is going to slide into the bridge of your bucket, and that's what's going to keep the door shut. Then what you're going to do is you're going to get you a 2.5 inch door hinge, and I used stainless steel self-tapping screws, and I screwed the door hinge together. Your flat piece is going to be 5 inches long, 4.5 inches wide, and that's going to be your door for your bait bucket. Now what I did is I took this plastic and I bent it up a little bit. I'm using a stainless steel eye bolt, 3/8 inch, stainless steel washers on both sides with a lock nut, and I bent this plastic up so I can slide that over the hinge as you see right there. And I took a piece of the plastic and melted it and put a little groove with a saw right in here as you see. And I took a piece of plastic 1 inch by 1 inch and allows that to slide back and forth. Now I went with the lock nut, is that way I have play in the handle as you see, and that allows my door to slide back and forth. Stainless steel tapping screws to hold the hinge together, and stainless steel hardware nuts to hold everything else together. And what I do is you take that, put it underneath the bridge, slide it in. And the 1/2 inch, I went with an eye bolt. I cut it down to about a 1/2 inch. The eye bolts usually come longer, but I cut it down, and I'm using the eye bolt as a handle to run the lid back and forth to hold it in place. So that's what I have for the lid, as you see right there. And you can see how I did the hardware on the back. Now the reason for the noodles is once I throw this bucket into the water, the weight will take the bucket down, and the noodles hold the bucket evenly so the bucket's sitting straight up. All right. Let's go to my next idea. You're going to go down to the pawn shop. You're going to get an old blender. What we're doing is we're making chum bags. You're going to take some chopped up fish. Make sure you do this outside. You do it inside the house, your woman's going to kick your butt. Slice up some fish. Slice up some liver. Slice up some chicken. This is going to be used for freshwater. This is a freshwater chum bag that you're building. Now, after you've chopped everything up, put it in a freezer Ziploc bag, as you see right here. Fill the the bag up with fresh water. Throw that into the freezer. When it freezes, you're good to go. Then you're going to go down to the hardware store or any cheap store you want to go to. I got a laundry basket, and I chopped off the bottom. I put zip ties on the bottom. And the nice thing about the laundry basket, or laundry bag, I should say, I've only paid like $3 for this. So it's pennies on the dollar, it's real cheap. It's got a latch here where you can close it. And on this one here, it's got a little place to tie the rope on, as you see right here, a little piece of cloth where you tie it. And then once I gotten done, I take the bag and stick the bag in here that's frozen. I peel all the plastic off the bag, stick the chum bag in, and it allows the chum to spread out. Remember, this is very important. when you've made your chum, if you're going to fish freshwater, put freshwater in with the chum. If you're going saltwater fishing, chop up all your saltwater fish, fill the bag up with salt water, and freeze it. You don't want to mix fresh water with salt water. It's not going to, fish are not going to come to the bait, and it's going to mess up your whole fishing day. So remember, mix your chum up, put it in the bag, put fresh water in for freshwater fishing, throw it into the freezer. If you're using saltwater fish, salt water, you're going to mix in with that. Throw this into the freezer. Put your chum bag in a cooler or something. Once you get to your fishing spot, take the plastic, peel all the plastic off. Throw it into your bag. You're good to go. You're all set. That's another idea I came up with. The next idea is you take some sand and you're going to build a paper plate full of sand. Then what you're going to do is you're going to cut you off a piece of aluminum foil, as you see right here. You're going to take the shiny part of the aluminum foil and you're going to stick it in the sand like you see right there. Now the reason for the aluminum foil is we're putting shine back on the spinnerbait or on the lure. So you put the shine part down, you take the spinnerbait and you put super glue all over the spoon. Take the toothpick, spread it out. Take the spinnerbait, lay it down into the aluminum foil and push down into the sand, and the aluminum foil will take the shape of the spoon. That way when it dries out evenly all the way around. Once the aluminum foil is dried, and you got that on, like you see right there, I got the aluminum foil. Take your scissors and cut all the way around your spoon. You're good to go. You got shine again on your spinnerbait. Now, if you don't want to go with the aluminum foil, the other idea I came up with is you can go down to the hobby store and they have these two kinds of reflector tape. Or shiny sparkly tape is what they would call it. And once again, you put super glue on your spoon, take your toothpick, spread it out, take you a couple slithers of this, lay that across your spoon or do it with a lure, wait till it dries, flip your lure over, cut all the way around, you're good to go. Now, that's that idea. Getting back to the bait bucket, one of the things I forgot to show you on the bait bucket, I put two 3/8" holes right here. And the reason for the 3/8" holes is I went down to the pet store and I got some of this tubing. And you can run this tubing through the holes, and then I put one of these breathable stones in there. I hooked that up, and then I just take the air box, put it and hang it from one of the ropes, and I'm good to go. And I can walk around with that from the bait store until I get to the water, then disconnect everything, and then just throw my bucket in the water. I'm good to go. Those are my ideas that I have for you. Get out there, catch some fish. Thank you for watching. And I also want to say thank you, everybody, for watching my videos. Without you, I wouldn't be anywhere. I'd be in square one all the time. I just want to say thank you. Keep watching my videos. I'm out here trying to teach you to be a better fisherman. I'll do the best I can to educate you. Remember, if you get a chance, take a kid fishing. They're our future. Very important. And get out there and catch some fish. I'm Stephen Gross. This is Steve G Fishing. God bless everyone, and I hope to see you again on my next video.